What is up, everybody? It is another Wednesday and another Wednesday tournament. We got we got 12 players playing in this one tonight, and right now on the stream table we have Jack and Tim playing. This is a race to 4 on both sides. Let's see what we get going on here. Looks like he went for a one railer there. Wound up coming a little short on him. Diamonds play a little tight on the banks, so sometimes it's unfortunate when they don't go. Looks like he's gonna get a he's going for the kick there, and didn't really get a roll out of it either. It's he's shot making isn't the shot decision making isn't really the best at the moment, but these guys are just getting fresh on the table, so see how things go from here. Looks like he's got a pretty easy shot here. Draw back for that 6 ball. Oh, he topped it over, which shows he knows something or another. Ooh, got a nice little kiss there off the 7 ball, putting it into the corner. And it's a pretty simple run out from here if he just takes his time and oh, sometimes those straight in shots can be a little menacing. This combination shot though, it's fairly basic. He just slow roll it into the 8 and keep that 7 ball right there in the same pocket. Get himself anywhere where he can see it. He elects to play the carom. I didn't like the carom there just because the back cut was kind of inevitable here. He's probably going to go for a one rail bank though. Oh, he went for the back cut and just barely missed that one. Let's see what Jack has for him. Jack plays that one soft and sets it up for the side pocket. And take his time, settle in, get himself a shot right there in the pocket. Oh, he misses the side and gets the gold down there in the corner pocket. Looks like we got some local favorites and some people from Branson in this one. We got Bryce Morrow and Jeremy Johnson from Branson. We also have Charlie and Chuck from right here in Springfield. Um, Mr. Ed Smith as well. Fairly decent spread of skill levels. Alright, looks like Tim's going to have ball in hand here on this 1 ball. Didn't actually see the break. A nice little soft shot there. Take that 2 ball up high in the corner. Possibly run into the 3 here. Give himself a shot in the side. Just float on up to the head rail for the 4 in the corner where the 2 went. 4 to the 5 is probably the trickier of the shots on the table, but it looks like he's lining up to play the combo afterwards. Let's feather that ball in. Probably wanted to get a little straighter on this ball so he can just pop that ball in, but let's see how this one turns out for him. And it's very nice. Oh, it just barely hung up on him. This pockets on this table are about 4 inches, and I think they're just a little over, actually. But they do tend to grab a hold of that object ball and keep it up on the table. And luck didn't serve him well that time, other than it left Tim with a little bank shot here. And he shoots that one really well. Now here I like just cutting this 8-ball in the side and floating down to the foot rail and then over to that side of the table. Put the 9-ball in the corner he's shooting from right now. It's like Tim having a little trouble deciding what to do with that 8-ball. And I think he was in between shots there. Very nice shot by Tim, though. And giving himself a cut on this 9-ball up into the top corner here. Very nice shot. That's going to make it 1-1 and a race to 4. All right. It's going to be jack up to break here. And his alternate break, rack your own. 9-ball does not count anywhere on the table. If the 9-ball does go in, it spots up before your next shot. And there is jump shots allowed, push outs are available, and 3-foul rule is in place. All right, looks like got a little bit of a spread here. Didn't put a ball down on the break, and a 1 to the 2 isn't the easiest thing in the world to do. See how Tim manages this one. Rolls just a little fast on him. Looks like he's going to have to go ahead and kick around this ball. And he does not make it. And on top of the small pockets on this table, the cloth on this thing is incredibly fast. The Monas 860 is some fine quality material. Makes these single piece slate diamond tables really roll. All right, that looks like it's ball in hand for Tim. He couldn't make a hit on that three. Um, he's just going to float on down the table and leave himself a shot in the side pocket here. If he could come off the side rail and up above the other side, give himself a little bit of a back cut here. A little low English here. He should be able to float out, and he did. Um, didn't leave nothing super special for Jack. Jack goes ahead and tries to bank for the 9. It comes up a little short on him. Like Tim's going to use that 9 ball as a little bit of a cushion to help slow down that cue and give himself a straight in shot for the top, in the top corner here. Oh, here, I think he's just going to cut this one on in and slide over to the other side, but he doesn't. He goes for the bank. Incredible shot making. He's still shooting a little fast. These guys are a little impatient getting onto the tables today. Everybody wanted to play, and some of that's showing right now. Here, I like banking this ball. It's play it soft, get yourself behind the 8. Mm, he wouldn't have liked the 8 ball anyways. Jack's gonna come up to the table with a little bit of a tester. Those cut shots are a little menacing, especially how far away they are. Here's one where speed is the control. And he barely misses that. And I think he would have liked it if he didn't. This is going to bring Jack another opportunity at the table here. Oh, and he fails to make contact, and that's going to give Tim ball in hand here on this 7 ball. Now here he's just going to float on up the table on the same side that he's on. That gives Tim the win. Sorry about that. I had to update the bracket for a couple players. That's going to make it 2-1. Tim is up to break. Maybe Tim will take off his jacket pretty soon and get comfortable here. Um, looks like Tim made a ball on the break. 2 balls on the break, actually. couldn't mm, couldn't manage to get a hit there on that. Looks like all right. This is a tough shot. That two is a little wide of a cut, and he seemed to just blast at that one. Here comes Tim with a cut towards the corner there. Overcuts that just a little bit. Ran into the three, hoping to break it off the rail there. And leaving Jack a cut similar to the one he went for earlier, just to the opposite side. And he also just barely missed it this time. Now from here, Tim is going to have to play with a little bit of spin. Try and slide over the other side of the table. Got a nice little roll off that 8-ball there. Giving him a decent shot here on the 3. And gonna put the 3 in the bottom corner. I honestly think that the side pocket would have been a little bit better of a shot there. Oh. Well, that was some luck there. Got both of those balls off that. That's 9-ball for you, though. Not so much luck on his second go around with it. Right. Let's see if Tim decides to play a safety here instead of trying to banking this ball in. Very nice, very nice. That's exactly what I was thinking he should do. And go ahead and put that cue ball up there behind the 9 and give Jack something hard to shoot at. Wow. That almost went in for him. And this one's a little tough. It's probably gonna get away from him if he tried playing that one with low and just undercut it just a little bit. Jack's gonna have to fire at a bank here. Got lucky that cue ball stood up, but all right. Looks like Jack's gonna have a little bit of a shot here at this 4-ball. He played it a little too fast for that pocket to accept that ball. A little bit hectic over here, guys. So if you hear me cut in and out, that's me answering a bunch of questions. I'm kind of by myself today, and a couple people being sick. All right. We got another match there, just rolling through. Tim is gonna a little bit of a tough shot. You got to play that one nice and smooth because you definitely have to play it with some pace. And he just barely hit the inside of that pocket. This is gonna set Tim up with a little bit of an awkward combination here. I think I'm gonna try and kiss off that and send that 9 going. Not bad. He played to your playing to his opponent here, I think. This one's gonna roll right down for a cut into the bottom left corner. Plays this probably. Well, he just decided to do it with the draw. I would have gone back and forth, but he picked a better shot than me, and then I think he just rushed that one. I think it was a layup, and he didn't think he could miss. That's unfortunate. That's going to make it 2-2 here on the stream table today. And bringing Jack up to break. I'm going to have to call out some matches really quick. Give me just a second. I'll get right back on the stream. All right, everybody. I am coming back at it. Looks like we had a scratch happen here, and it's gonna be Jack's shot. Layout's not bad. 1 to the 2 is probably the trickiest of all the shots. Um, Here, I'm probably just going to draw back off of this one ball, get behind the. He elects to go for the combo, which is not a bad shot. That 8 ball is just ducked up there. Sitting in the pocket, but you got to slow down on that one. That's seems to be both of these guys having a little bit of trouble with rushing their shots. Oh, he got lucky that one stood up for him. And pockets only like to eat those cue balls. They don't. I think he was a little bit titty hooked there, and he's probably just trying to play off the opposite side of the table. Like he's just gonna float on into the center of the table here. Go ahead and slow roll in this 3. Now he's gonna try and draw across the table here. Give himself a shot in the top right corner. And then just float down to the center of the table for the 8 in the bottom corner. From here, and he's now playing out of the pocket is a very difficult shot for many, many players of different speeds and ratings. He played it very well, and those ones are They're easy to make, but hard to get shape from. That was a very nice shot there by Tim. It's going to make it 3-2 in a race to 4. This is actually shaping up to be a pretty even matchup today. Up next on the stream table, we are going to have Charles Lahman and Chuck Stockton playing in a race to 4. That's going to be a pretty handsome match. Do want to thank our sponsors for their wonderful donations this month. Burnett Custom Cues, that's fine quality cues and even better person. Your CBD store in Nixa, and the Anytime Billiards Pro Shop. I'll keep these streams going. So she's going to play a combo here on the 4-7. Yeah, misjudged the angle there on that 4-7. There's multiple angle cuts on those combination shots. Can get a little tricky. You gotta remember that the spin you put on one is opposite on the other. Two rotating gears. Oh, it's a little wide there, but I think he was trying to play that one really thin and just managed to barely miss the ball. Long, close to the rail cut shots are a little difficult to do. He's going to float on up. Come around probably 2 rails here if he doesn't just float back down. Give himself a shot in the bottom left corner. Looks like you barely bumped the ball. Up to your opponent there to, if he knew where it was or if he saw where it moved from, he can always put it back. Seemed to not bother him too much. Don't think it rolled too far. Oh, there's one of them lucky rolls we were talking about earlier. It's like we got another one of the awkward combinations, though, where they're just a little bit off. And he just goes ahead and smacks at it. And winds up leaving his opponent hooked up there behind the 9. Here, if you let's play a pretty... Oh, that's unfortunate. See what Jack does with ball in hand here on the 6 ball. I like drawing back on this, but he seems to be using top a little bit more often. So maybe he'll go the long way, or he'll try and go. No, he's gonna go behind the back a little. Jimmy White action going on here. He has a chance to make this 9 ball if he kicks it in. Hits at it right. He looks like he's going to play a little bit of a slow safety there. Got a little bit more speed than he would like to play with. That close to the side pocket. Oh, he thought he could make it through, and it seems he could not. So it's going to be ball in hand to Mr. Tim here. Tim's going to float just above the 7. Now here, I'm going to put some top on it. Anywhere below the side pocket. I don't want to go anywhere near those side pockets. Very nice shot. Just take your time and line this one up. And Tim can go ahead and walk away with the win on this set. Oh, no need to stun that one. He could have just followed that one up 4 to 6 inches. He'd have been fine. See how Jack plays this one. Get himself tied up here. Played that one a little fast and gives him ball in hand on the 9, which is an unfortunate result here for the last rack. All right. Thank you. All right, everybody, we are back, and it's going to be Charles Lawman and Chuck Stockton on the stream table for this one. A race to 4 on both sides today. I know the bracket says otherwise, and but last minute decision. We decided we didn't really have that many players, and we could afford the little extra time there. Give these guys a little bit more time on the table. Looks like Charles won the flip, which is going to give him the first break. These two have been playing each other quite often over at Crazy Hats, and Charles having a little bit of trouble setting the rack here. But he finally gets it. Like I said, I want to thank our sponsors for this, Burnett Custom Cues, your CBD store out of Nixa, and Anytime Billiards Pro Shop. Enjoy, enjoy giving you guys some free pool to watch, and some, although limited, commentary. At least somebody's talking to you. We can get some people in the comment section. We can answer any questions and have a little chit chat there. And there goes Chuck firing at balls there. He's really starting to take a liking to that Mez cue he's got. It's and there he is, people. Lucky Chuck. A very nice shot by Charlie. Drawing that ball back that far. Getting right there on the nine. Smooth, easy shot here. And oh, he just barely hits the rail first. Just feeling a little rusty on that one. And it wipes its feet, but it does go in. It's going to be Chuck up to break. Chuck up one. Sorry about that. I ran off looking for something for somebody, and they apparently decided to go ahead and shoot anyways. Um, that's an unfortunate roll there for Charles. Um, it's like he tried to play a nice little safety and just to do all right, I guess. Not an easy shot here. It's gonna try and. Oh, and it's like Chuck didn't and got real close to scratching there. Left it up by the pocket. Oh, that's unfortunate for Charles. He's, these pockets are eating up the cue ball today. That's gonna leave Chuck reasonably rudimentary out, but see how Chuck plays it. And this table is playing rather fast, so it can cause some issues. He's playing this one up top. Yeah, lucky he didn't run into the 9 there. Don't want to 50-50 yourself or leave yourself a bank here. I hate banking in the 9 ball. It's one of those shots where it's like, it's got to go in. Because if it don't, you only hurt yourself. There it is, giving Charles a chance. Charles can take advantage of this, make the score 1-1. And he does. Very nice shot, Charlie. It's going to make it Charlie's opportunity to break here. It's a race to 4 every Wednesday. Sign-ups at 6. Tournament starts 7:30 range, depending on people call in and say they're going to be a little late. 7:30 is generally a good time to start. What's up, DJ and Nate? How you guys doing today? Hey, Santi, how you doing? Over here on the comment section again. Oh, I'm doing good. I just got another little weekly tournament going. Jeremy Johnson, Bryce Morrow, Adrian, Charlie, Chuck, Joe, and Cheyenne. Quite a varied group. Couple newcomers to the pool room. And Jack and Brian. And it's a good day. Good day for us here at Anytime Billiards. Charles winds up dry on a break there. And but he doesn't leave the one very visible. Chuck's gonna have to try and kick at this thing. He is afforded the push out if he decides to, but and put himself in pretty much the same spot, having to kick or jump at it. Um, he's gonna elect to jump here. He does make contact, makes a good hit. Here I'm gonna probably kick at this. I'm probably gonna kick at it with some low left, actually. Try and send the two ball up table. Let's see if Chuck's gonna be nice here. Oh, he goes to the other side, which wound him up pretty much where I would want to be too. We just went at it a little different. What's up, Alex? You getting ready for your match in a couple weeks? Yes, I saw that match. It's that's a good match. William Edwards is I don't know what game they're playing, but I know he's a pretty top-notch shooter. Me and him played it pretty far in a Scotch doubles tournament not too long ago, one that Chris Eason ran, and great partner, great player. All right. Hope Alex over there is getting ready. His opponent's chomping at the bit to get back on the table. Wow, what an attempt. It's that ball just barely didn't go in, too. It was very close. Sorry about that. Had to update some scores. You need to change that. See what Charlie ends up doing here. Leave him in the pocket. It's a place to be. Yeah, Alex, it's I know you got back into St. Louis not too long ago, so once you get all settled in, go find yourself a diamond and put in some serious work because you got about like a week and a half for your for your matchup, so it's gonna be a fun one. A little later, we're gonna have Jeremy Johnson in here on the mic with me. He's gonna talk about his upcoming match with good buddy of mine, Chris Esteep. Mm. And them big straight shots. They're off-putting. Alex is going to be playing Jordan Chapman, who Did fairly well against his last opponent. And when Jordan's in stroke, he is a monster on this table. He dialed into the speed of this thing and type in the tight pockets fairly quickly. Uh, Everybody else that night had some struggles. Oh, thank you, Justine. I appreciate the compliments. Chucks makes a great shot there on the 5, cutting it into the side pocket. Leaves himself long and straight here on the 6, but he can probably float. He's got a little bit of an angle there. He could probably float that ball in and give himself a shot on that 7 in the top left corner on your screen. You think those orange pockets are buckets, Sandy? Come on up here and you can spot me the 7. And Chuck takes it up to 2-1. And he's going to have the break here, which is a fantastic place to be. Win a rack and get a break, possibly get a 2-game lead. We have a total of 8 tables. 5 of them are diamond 7-footers. And we have 2 Brunswick Gold Crowns and a Brunswick Snooker table. Hey, man. Plenty of good house cues here. I think every single one of them are McDermott's. See what Chuck's looking at here. Might be electing to play a nice little safety. Probably not the best safety in the world. You can probably come off the rail and hit that one. And just barely clip it and roll that cue ball down to the foot rail here. Looks like he's going to have to twist at it just a little bit. Let's see if he gets a decent roll out of that. He does not. All right. Chuck looks like he's going to play a pretty tight. I don't know why he went for that shot, unless he was just not seeing any good reason to run out. And everything else seemed to be fairly open. Charlie's going to have to kick down at the foot rail here, 1 rail. Oh, that's an unfortunate ball in hand. I actually don't even think that he ran into it with the cue ball. I think he hit it with the stick, but it just pushed it down the table enough for the cue ball ran into it. Chuck can run racks, so if you give him ball in hand too many times, he's gonna put a few of them together. All right, Charlie's busting out the jump cue here. Take a little bit of a hop here. And he might get a decent roll out of this if it pops over there behind the 9. Oh, just not enough steam on it. That would have been a very nice spot to put that cue ball. Mm. Oh, Chuck went for the cut and missed that one. And just barely missed it. But and he would have had decent shape on the 5, but that is a unfortunate miss. And here he's probably just gonna float down to the foot rail and back up. Unless he decides to hit it with a little soft draw drag and just slide over just a little bit. Didn't want to hit it that hard. Puts him in a touchy spot. Looks like he might have enough angle here. I think he's just barely hooked up behind the 8, though. I think he's going to be all right, though. I think that 6 ball is going to help him out a lot. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Had a bunch of people come in here and try and have a conversation with me while I'm on the comms here. Ooh. That cue ball ran into that 8 ball and it just stopped it for a nice straightish shot here on this 5 ball. And here, you want to just hit it with some center ball, float over the rail, hit the rail, and float back out to the center of the table. Well, if you're going to miss, that's the way to do it. Leave Chuck a little something to shoot at. Yeah, Alex, we try to keep our equipment pretty nice for the, you know, the bums that come in here without their own cue. And I'm just fucking with you, buddy. It's actually excited to see you, man. It's been almost 2 years since I've hung out with any of you guys other than Chris. Played James a couple times, tried to get him down here, but you know, work and you know, life schedules don't always match up, and old, old Danny just had a kid not too long ago, and I know he's excited to be a dad, so hoping all of you guys up there in St. Louis are doing well. Very nice shot. He's just looking to play this 7-9 combo here. He's got to play this nice and smooth. Very nice shot by Charlie, bringing the score to 2-2. Get a couple more matches rolling over here on the tables. I'm actually going to step away from the mic. We're going to get Jeremy Johnson's going to come in here and commentate for a little bit. Looks like Charlie's breaking. And does make a ball on the break, it looks like. And has a pretty reasonable shot on the one. This might be a pretty good rack here for Charlie. Right. Like I said, I'm going to step away and eat, and we're going to get Jeremy Johnson on the mic for you guys.
Howdy, everybody. What do we got here? Chuck and Charlie? I'm assuming that's the opening shot of this rack. Charlie just drilled it. It's a pretty open table here. Really, the only travels from the 3 to 4, and Charlie may have made that a little difficult right here. Depends on if he can see this shot or not. I'm assuming he can't because he's taking so long. Is he going for the kick? Between the 4 and the 9? He is. Oh, and he drills it with the cue ball. Looks like they're having a pretty good match here, 2 and 2. See how this goes. I haven't got to really watch much of this match. I don't know how these players have their speed control down or not. So I guess we're going to see here for the 7 to the 8. Alright, you're fine, William. Rest up. Feel better. And Chuck botched the 8 ball. Howdy, sir. Howdy, howdy. Let's see if Charlie learned from his... Oh, my. Both these players are fused to just win this game. Chuck's not going for the make. He's going for the safe. Oh, and he sold out. This should be a sellout. Depends on if Charlie wants to try to do too much and force this cue ball with a draw back. Oh, if he just played top. Oh, he's going to get really close to his work here. This ball is cuttable. He's just got to avoid the scratch in the corner. This shot, he just had to take his time and stroke through this ball. Oh, he's going for the bank. That is not where he wanted to leave that ball if he missed. Chuck's going to be shooting in this bottom right corner. You guys see on your screen. And Chuck's just going to fire it in. He's lining up. He's going to just take that shot. Not hesitate at all. He's just going to fire it. Chuck is leading 3-2. Oh, I forgot to do that. Thank you, John. I knew in my heart Chuck was at 3. I just didn't press the button. No, Chuck. Charlie's got a little bit of movement here he's got to do to this one ball, from this one ball to the 2 ball. Depending on where he's wanting to shoot this 2 ball at. Playing a little bit outside. He's trying to come back in that 2 rail back. Oh, oh, we got saved by the corner of the pocket. Yeah, howdy, Chuck.
What's up?
Charlie's gonna run out this rack.
I think you should.
If he makes this 2 ball and has shape on his 3, it should be pretty self-explanatory in this rack here.
You should be able to
Ooh, these 4-inch pockets are a little rough. If you're gonna miss it, they say miss it good. So, Charlie just did that. I don't think Chuck can see it that way. Gonna go for a 2 rail kick or a 3 rail and try to come in from behind it, or he's gonna go for the single rail. I don't think that 2 came out enough for Charlie to really do anything with it. Looks like Charlie's selecting to go for the bank, draw back a little bit for that 3 ball in the corner. And that's the way I made it. It's not exactly how he intended for that ball to fall, but it fell. That's all that matters in this wonderful game of 9 ball.
What is going on, Jeremy?
Charlie's making this one rough for good old Chuck to.
Yeah, you didn't leave him an easy shot here.
I don't know if he can see enough of this to make it.
I think he can.
If he can't see all of it, he can put a little bit of spin to throw it down there. Oh,
Yeah.
he's going to go for the.
He's going to go ahead and play it safe there. Use the 4 to stop that 3 up at the head string.
I wonder if Charlie's going to go on this inside of this 6 ball and try to just spin it up table towards that 3. Because that 4 ball makes it big.
Right, he might. He might.
Oh,
be
looks
going
like
for
he's
the jump here. And if he hits it full in the face, the way I like to aim my jumps is I actually aim for the spot I want to land. And then, because then you don't go too far and pop the ball off the
The
table.
only thing I see with the
much.
jump is I don't know if that 8 ball is going to come into play or not.
If he lands on the other side of that 8, I think he'll be all right. Oh. That's gonna be ball in hand for Chuck here.
This could speak destruction here.
5 to the 6 is still a little bit of a tester.
He's got to leave a little bit of angle, just shoot longer off this 5, and it'd be perfect for that 6 in the side. Oh, not rushing a 4 ball though.
No. I actually wanted to talk to you, bud, about your upcoming match. Playing my buddy Chris from St. Louis, and that's gonna be a fun little matchup. You guys are about even with each other, and
I don't know much about the guy.
It's gonna be a pleasure to see. He's come down and played in a few tournaments down here. Actually, went pretty far in one of the 8-ball tournaments at Crazy Hats. Took out.
That's when is that? Like 8 days from now?
Yeah, I think it's 8 days from now.
8 to 10 days from now.
Yeah. It's actually a good card. It's got you playing Chris.
Jordan playing Alex.
Jordan's playing Alex Ramon from St. Louis. He's a 570 something, 580. They're pretty close to each other as well. And when Alex is in stroke, he can string a few together.
Yeah, I got to play Jordan last Saturday in that Crazy Hats 9 ball. Jordan's hitting them pretty good.
Yeah, when he's hitting them good, he's definitely a favorite in a lot of matches. So, and then I think the opener on that one is a couple newcomers. It's Ricky Hunt and DJ Sheeter are going to play the opening match that day. I can't really tell which
I don't
one
know
of
if that
those
was a
hit
good
first.
There's no discretion going on so far. Maybe.
That one could have gone both ways. It was a little fast for us to see it.
He's Charlie shooting, so.
They talked it over, and it seemed to be a good hit.
Charlie opted to go for this 4-rail bank. I'm sure he was going for the side, but he trying to keep shape for that 7 ball is kind of rough.
Yep. And then the right after you guys play your guys' match, the next month, has a monster of a matchup between Jeremiah Holman and Eric Lacey. And Eric Lacey has been chomping at a chance to get back at Jeremiah.
Has he?
Jeremiah apparently took him when he started getting back into pool in some one pocket, and I offered him an opportunity to play 9 ball, race to 15 here, and those boys are going to battle it out for a little while. That's a State Kings match. Your first match
Was a State
here
King
was a
match.
State Kings match. Did you have any people get back to you on how that worked out for them? If it
I actually did not. I didn't have anybody.
really,
Yeah. I don't know who all actually went in on it.
I honestly don't know that information either. I don't get told any of that by the people that run State Kings. All I know
Whoever
is
did,
that
they were happy.
yeah, they must have been. I know you sold out last minute, and
Last minute underdog. I'd love to be the last minute underdog every time.
well, it was a very good match in that opening one. As much as I hope my friend wins that one, I also kind of like you as well. So good luck to you.
It's okay.
And maybe you'll be the first one to go 2-0.
And maybe Jordan and I can both go 2-0.
Yeah. Get you guys undefeated long enough, I'm gonna have to make you guys face each other.
Perfectly fine.
Somebody's gonna have to lose a game. Okay?
Exactly. Yeah, I think the Eric Lacey and Jeremiah Holdman would be a pretty good match.
I think it's gonna be a phenomenal match, and honestly, it's a
Ooh. Was that Chuck that shot that?
that
It was
was
Chuck.
and
Chuck
that
to
was
finish it.
on the hill. He could have finished this, and just
Charlie's got to make sure you don't scratch with his cue ball. You just got to
And you-
baby tap it in.
he was checking to see if it was resting on the tit of the pocket there. Very
There we
nice
go. We're going
shot.
hill. It's a good match.
Well, yeah, Charlie's come a long way over the last couple of years.
Yeah, Charlie's over these last 6 months becoming pretty consistent player.
Yeah, I know that he's been actually putting some work on Chuck over at Crazy Hats.
Oh yeah,
And so yeah, this is a
little grudge match between the two.
little grudge match here on this table. You know, they've both been battling back and forth a little bit, and Charlie's come out on top a few of those matches. So,
Both these people are class act people.
oh,
Charlie's one of my favorite people to talk to. I like to give Chuck a lot of crap. Chuck's a good guy.
yeah, Chuck helps out quite a bit around here and take care of customers during the day. When
Uh-oh, side
Oh.
pocket's getting big. Okay,
But-
that one ball got a little weird. One of the two will be the challenge here. Chuck gets to that 2 ball, he should be out here.
yeah, I don't see much.
Because it's just a simple up and down, up and down. The 6 to the 7 might be a little weird. But
and that's unfortunate on such a good break too.
I'm not sure if that I believe that's the 4 up there.
Yeah, but that's he can float off the 3 in the side to make that one. Not if he doesn't make the 1 ball. He rushed that one quite a bit.
You-
Seem to have a
Charlie tried to fight the table, and the table fought back.
Give Charlie just a second. He's tended to some wounds over here.
Now Charlie's just got to try to get that mental pain out, block while he's trying to play.
Yeah, this is one that you really
you got to make the decision on the shot you're going to take and take it. You
Mm-hmm.
can't second guess yourself afterwards. So if you're going to hit this with low, you better hit it good with low. And if
I
you're
would
going to
shoot
hit
this
this with
ball a little
top,
weird compared to what other people probably would do. I'd probably do a little bit of low right. So I'd draw it to this rail, and that right would cause it to go around. But that's just how I shoot those long cut shots like that.
well, he didn't play it bad. So,
It did not.
I mean, if he made it, he would have been
I
pretty
believe Chuck.
happy on that too. And
I believe Chuck can go between that 3 and 7. Yeah, he's gonna go for that kick. Might get a good hit off that 3 ball into the side.
here, just a low speed top. Float on over to the other side. Draw back off the 2 for the 3.
Ooh, that made it a little scary there. Hitting that backside of that 2 ball makes that pocket big.
Yes, it does.
Both these players are hitting these balls pretty hard.
Well, I mean, even when you hit them soft, they travel. You see how far those 2 balls just moved.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just trying to put that cue ball over there on the 9. So.
Charlie and
See,
his
here,
wins.
I like banking it back towards this pocket. If it comes up short, it lands on the down here by the 9. If it comes up short, it's going to land over. Play it a little softer than that normally, but it still wound up good. What I'm saying, though, is that the cue ball is going to go up to the head string. It's going to leave that 1 ball down at this end of the table and make it really hard to hit.
Ball's gonna bounce off. Give Charlie a cut shot. I mean, Charlie should cut this ball in here.
Yeah, and then you just want to float down to the
Mm.
foot rail into the table for that
Even
2
if you
ball into the
overroll it,
side.
it'd be okay
Yeah,
because you
you
can
could
play that.
overroll that, and you can play that one just back and forth again.
He's putting a little bit of outside on it. It worked out a little bit. Not as easy as a shot as it should be, but it's okay. It still works.
I think he was wanting to play that 2 over here in the bottom right corner. Give himself a shot on a 3.
Oh, he's going for the long.
Looks like he's going to
The
prime
big
back
back
cut
cut.
this one.
Excuse me for the yawn. My sleep schedule's all over the place.
You're telling me.
What's up, Santy?
Hey, he's back. And he's hopping
Santy
back and
Wong.
forth between Mr. William Edwards and Mike McLean and over here to the tournament.
Yeah.
How's that match shaping up over there? I haven't had the chance to tune in.
Santy's one of my favorite people. I went to Olathe for the first time with Santy, and he had to call his internet company and tell them that it was something was wrong with their internet. So I was like, Santy, you should call and tell him, hey, my name's Santy Wong, and something's wrong with my internet.
I think Chuck was trying to move that 7 so he had an easier shot from the 6, but looks like he actually made it worse for himself.
Looks like he's
Kinda
gonna go for that
hides
bank.
The bank lane there.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
That's gonna bounce out enough to make it weird. Maybe.
Yeah, but that 9 ball came off the rail enough. He might bank this into that 9. It's a very.
I think
And
I would
even
take the
if he
chances
comes
on
off
the
the
cut.
back of the 9, it still has a chance to go into the pocket there. I don't think the cut's that is as clean of a shot as seems from the camera angle.
He's lining up for the bank. You can just tell by stroking it. There we go. Chuck's got a tester here.
Yeah, that's like
It's
I
not an
said,
easy
6 to
shot.
7 is not an easy one. You got to be on the, on that side of the table. And so here, I'm probably just gonna float up. It's like just hit it with a little low right here. cut it into the top left.
He's
He
cutting
looks
the
like
top
the
right.
other way. See,
Just a
yeah.
little bit of too much speed. He cut that about 30%. He'd been perfect right there.
Yeah, this is
I don't know. We can't see how close he is to that corner, that side pocket, so he may be able to cut that right in. Oh, he went for the bank. And he's gonna leave himself another bank. This should be a pretty gimme bank. But 4-inch pockets, nothing's a gimme. Uh-oh.
oh no. Is it?
There we go.
It's staying up, and
Chuck is the victor.
there it is. Go ahead and update those scores. All right, thank you, sir.
There you go. Too good, yes. Chuck hit those balls pretty well.
Oh. What's the score?
I think the furthest table's up right now.
Charlie, you got take that
Yep. Let's see. It looks like Chuck winning that match. I get to play Chuck whenever it's our time. See Jack walking across the camera right there. Yep.
Thank you, Jeremy. It's gonna be huh? I want to try and get the second round of this. Do I have time to run him to the street? Oh, that's take a quick break. Jeremy Johnson's going to get some practice in on the stream table before his matchup with Chuck here. Stay tuned, and I'll be back on the mic with you shortly.
All right, we're gonna get this thing going. Ooh, 2 sets apiece. That's real nice to see. I love it when a match gets close, man. This one's gonna be a close match. Got Jeremy Johnson versus Chuck Stockton. Let's see if Jeremy can go ahead and take this one. It's like Chuck won the leg, so he's gonna go ahead and break first. After the tournament's all done, I'm going to be up here for a little bit longer. If anybody wants to come on up and play, we will be we're open till 2 a.m. for day pass members. A little later if I'm here sometimes. Depends on when I get out of here, really. And for premium members, it's 24-hour access. Talk to me about that, and I can get you a passcode for the door, and free to come and go as you please. It's just $100 a month. Here at Anytime Billiards, we are the cheapest place in town to play pool. $10 for a day pass, get you 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. the following day. And $50 gets you 30 days of a $10 a day. Like, it's $50 gets you 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. for 30 days. Oh. And like I said earlier, $100 gets you the full premium membership package. Chuck's gonna have a nice little shot here on the 4. There's a long cut up the rail for the 5. He just barely misses it, and I think he's gonna like the miss though. It's gonna leave Jeremy in a tough spot. Gonna have to kick at this ball. I think he's gonna kick to the side rail. Up behind it. And if he misses that one, it's gonna leave pretty well. Sticking it up there on the head string. Jeremy's got a little bit of a tester here on that 6 ball. Back and forth once and give himself a out on the 7. A little firm on his shot there. He goes for the bank. Gives himself a nice easy cut here on the 8 ball. Float on over to the side rail for the 9 ball on the bottom right corner. It wiped its feet, but it went on in. And it's going to be Jeremy up to break. Hopefully he can take the first one and win a second one right behind it. It'll give him a 2-0 lead. Moment, it's up 1-0. Race to 4 on the winner's side.
That is unfortunate. Like, right now, I'm calling the push. I'm shooting the 2 into the 9 and getting it out of that pocket. This is not for the hot seat. These two have to play the winner of Tim and Adrian. Sorry about that. Had to go. Yes, I don't know what his last name is, Santy. Um, got him written down as Tim. So, well, Chuck seemed to squeeze one out there, didn't he? Didn't land with the best of shape. It's like he's gonna have to jump at this 2 ball. And he does quite well. He's probably gonna have to rip this one back with draw. Really straight in shot here. Stretched over the table like this. Let's see if he can get that thing to come on back far enough. That he does. Oh, unfortunate miss, bobbling that ball. This is going to give Jeremy a chance to win this rack here. Balls are pretty well spread out. He's going to play this nice and soft. Try and stay off the rail as much as possible here. Oh. Yeah, that's another ouch moment right there. Back to back, giving Chuck another chance. You can't get that one back to Chuck. That one's all right. Chuck goes ahead and ties that one up. When am I gonna get you out here to play a tournament, Santy? Do you think that's gonna happen? Schedule it in so I can get all the strong shooters to come in. Oh, that was an ouch. I think he well, these balls up pretty nice too. It's gonna float out to the for the 3 in the same corner as the 1. And play this and give himself a pretty steep angle here. So he could. I'm gonna top this one in 2 rails. Just come 1, 2 off the top side rail and over by the 5. So I just like that. See enough of this 4 to cut that ball in. Very nice shot. Now here, I'm probably gonna go with a little bit of left English, float over to the side of the table that the seven's on. Here, just center ball, float out to the middle of the table. And then here, just soft shot, keep it on that side of the table, and the 9 ball's pretty much gimme here. Gotta take your time with them, play shape on the 9 like always. Very nice shot by Jeremy, making the score 2-1. And I believe Jeremy is up to break. See if he can give himself a three to one lead here. Very nice run out by Mr. Jeremy Johnson. Oh, that one unfortunately sat up on him. Otherwise, that would have been a really good out for him. Everything's pretty squared away here. And I don't like being on the rail here. That's one, if I got room to use some kind of English, I'm going to use some kind of English there. Chuck played that well. I broke that 3 out there with the 4. I didn't like using the 9 ball as a cushion, but it works out. Here, he's just going to want to hit this a little bit of draw drag. Maybe, no, he's going to top it actually. He's going to go to the rail and then back out. The thing to worry about here is that 8 ball getting in your way, but he just cleaned up. Yeah, I didn't like using top on that one. It just, very nice shot by Jeremy. Just dragging over to the side rail. Give himself an easy shot on the 8. And 3-1 lead. Yeah, Jeremy is up on the hill and gonna be the first loss for Chuck. Chuck's coming up to break. Might be the first loss for Chuck, I should say. I try to stream this tournament every week, as well as doing some little local matches on Friday and Saturday nights. If anybody's ever interested in matching up with anybody, need a place to play, you want to be seen by our current 241 followers. Not bad for just starting up our Facebook page not too long ago. But it's a good time here. Like I said, it's $10 for a day pass. You can play for all 16 hours between 10 a.m. and 2 a.m. And sometimes that time frame's a little stretched out if me or William here are here a little late. Or if you're a friend of a member, they can always bring you on in with them and play to your heart's desire. Ooh. Jeremy jawed up that 7 ball, letting Chuck get a chance here. I think he would have had this set if he would have made that one. And everything else was laid out pretty simply for him. That's going to give Chuck another one, closing this up to 3-2. Next month is gonna be on fire. We're gonna have quite a bit of pool going on. We're gonna have. All right, so just so everybody knows, I know the 9 ball went down in the side pocket, but here at Anytime Billiards, we don't believe you should win on a break, so 9 ball does not count anywhere. All right, looks like Jeremy's got a chance here to play a few of these balls in. He's just gonna go ahead and draw over behind the 8, but give himself a little bit of a straight shot here on the. Nope, Jeremy. And it looks like Jeremy took that one. Congratulations to him. Had to update the bracket a little bit. Had some players come in asking and telling me they won or lost, and keeping an eye on it. Just couldn't commentate. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pause for a second. We're gonna get a little bit of the loser side going. Uh, Maybe get some a little bit of practice going here on the stream table. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
What is up, everybody? I'm just sitting here watching these guys practice a little bit. I had some announcements I wanted to make. I cannot find my phone. It's around here somewhere, though. I promise. Hmm. All right, I'll be right back. All right, now I am back, and now I can do the announcements. Okay, so this Sunday we will be having the players meeting for our in-house one pocket league. I think we have 10 to 12 players. Um, Total, and
And we get 4 more, we can fill that up and have a full 16-man bracket on that. Um, we also have our February. It is booked solid. February 5th is a Premier Billiards Championship match card with Jeremy Johnson, Chris Steep, Alex Ramon, Jordan Chapman, Ricky Hunt, and DJ Sheeter. Those gentlemen are going to battle it out for a $500 prize purse. Maybe a little bit more if we get a few more sponsors up on the screen. We also have a wonderful, wonderful Jack and Jill tournament. $500 added on February 12th. That one is $60 entry, green fees included, with a and I believe it's an 8-9er. Anybody's familiar with that format? It's gonna be 8 on the front, 9 on the back. Um, we also have on February 26th, we will have Mark Wilson coming in to train 6 very fortunate players. Believe it is at the moment gonna be Ricky Hunt, Cat McManus, Jeremy Johnson, Taylor Hahn, Bryce Morrow, and Will Towery are going to be training with Mark Wilson. I can tell you from personal experience that that is a incredible opportunity for these players to better their game, get a more solid understanding of their own personal structure, and to help improve not only in shot making and decisions, but also in just like purity and trust of their stroke. Then March 5th, we have a PBC 3, which will be Jeremiah Hunley versus Eric Lacey in the main event. That is a Stake Kings matchup. Now that matchup is the way that works, and it's kind of been loosely explained, but the way that works is both players have a balance of $500 or so left that players, fans, and other players can buy into, and if both players wind up selling out, they get whichever one you pick, whichever one wins, you win as well. It's a 1.75 return on that. And thanks, brother. You too, brother. So if you want to be a part of that action, that would be awesome. We also have Brandon Spear as well as Tim Cruz are going to be playing on that match card. A little race to 5 first, I believe. Now these events are free for these players to enter. None of these players are you know, paid anything to enter into these events. They just like and share and follow all of our events and current action we have going on here. Come in and play as much as they can, and they earn a chance. Um, and coming up soon, we'll have our pro shop up and running to its fullest potential. But until then, if you need anything from us here at Anytime Billiards, just feel free to ask. Come in by the shop. I can order just about anything you want or need for your cues, cases, and accessories. We'll also have an apparel line in here. Um, can't say exactly when that's going to happen, but I can tell you that it is going to be an awesome apparel line. Every single one of you are going to love it. And there might be a couple little bonus perks in there with that apparel line. I can't really drop any secrets too early on that one. And outside of that, just plenty of wonderful pool to be played here. All right, I'm going to announce the next match and get that going. And we will see what happens there. All right, everybody, it's going to be Adrian versus Jeremy on the stream table. These two are going to be playing for the hot seat. So let's see how they wind up. It's a race to four. 9 ball. 9 ball doesn't count anywhere on the break. Jump shots allowed. Push out is allowed. 3-foul rule in effect. Looks like Adrian is up first to break. Looks like you got a ball on the break. 1 ball sitting out over here on the right side of the table. Pretty decent layout. 1 to 2 is pretty simple. 2 to 3 is not too hard to get a hold of. I think 4 to the 6 might be the tricky shot. But if he can get straight on it, he could probably follow it up and shoot that 6 in the opposite corner.
just barely bobbled that one. Doesn't look like he hurt himself too bad, though, and giving Jeremy Johnson something a little difficult to shoot at. He goes ahead and elects to play a simple soft safety there. Not be able to carry him that 4 in here. No, he decides to play a nice little soft safety as well. Stick that cue ball right on top of that 3. Now this right here, he might be able to just barely kick at this one. And kick right off that rail, and he can probably combo that 3 in. Might even be able to kick at it to a point where he can make the 6. Well, he decides to just try and play a little safety there. Winds up giving Jeremy gives him a shot at this 3. And he does something absolutely insane there. I have no clue what he was doing. He is a wild man. Somebody needs to take his cue away from him. Well, attempt at the bank there. Winds up rolling pretty good. A little bit of a tough back cut here. I'd play it soft, maybe play it up to the rail, come 2 rails back down, try and hide that cue ball behind the 6, putting that 3 ball up there on the head rail. He goes for the cut. And winds up getting a little jelly roll there. Adrian's forced to kick at this ball. It just goes a little wide on him. And it's kind of connect the dots for Jeremy at this point. He doesn't make any mistakes and takes his time on his shots. He should be all right. Oh, you played that a little too cautiously. Fortunate miss there by Jeremy. And leaves Adrian with a couple options here. He can elect to go for the bank or attempt to go run this one down the rail. He goes for the bank. Leaves himself a very nice shot here on the 8. There's the top English, and then roll on down to the foot rail there for the 9. Well, he didn't do too bad. Jeremy's going to have to really get at it with this one. Probably going to go inside the left English and That's what I was worried about. He was probably should have gone on top right on that one if he was going to cut it that way. Came around 3 rails there for the 9 ball in the bottom left corner, but he's trying to draw it back over, and that's a very difficult shot. You got to be very patient and have a very smooth stroke for that one. Um, Here he's just gonna float on down the table. I actually like putting this one a little bit flatter and using a little low right here. And that's exactly what Adrian does and gives himself a beautiful shot here on the 9. Take his time here and be very patient. There you go. 1-0 Adrian, and that's the opening rack, everybody. Alright, Jeremy Johnson gets the break, and it looks like he did not make one. The 1 ball is hanging in the corner. 2 ball down on the bottom left-hand side of the table. 3, 4 in the center. I think here the tricky shot's gonna be 5 to the 6 if that 8-7 doesn't move at all anytime soon. And then the 6-7-8 transition there is going to be a little touchy, but fairly doable at these players' levels. Oh, unfortunate bobble there. But got a pretty reasonable roll out of it. Jeremy's going to have to go rail first here. And she does pretty accurately. Here, I'm probably going to go up to the head rail. I'm not going to do any... Yeah, I'm not going to try and control that cue ball too much. He's got a little bit more control over it than I do, I guess. Nice little stop shot there. And like I said, here is where the tricky shot is. He's going to have to draw back past the 8 here. And he does not get there. He's going to have to try and go rail first. Here, you want to play a little early. Just play a little early with your rail first, with a little bit of spin. Oh, a little too early on the rail. This is going to give Adrian a chance. I like drawing it. I like just low left, run into the 8 even with low left, pump it into the 7, get that 7 off that rail, get it out in the open where you can see it and you can make a shot. Here, otherwise, go between the rail and the 8, and yeah, it made it a little difficult. 6 to 7's not a cakewalk here. Jeremy's probably gonna just try and stun up here. I didn't like that. This is putting himself across in the pocket, and that's a very difficult thing to do on these tables. You can get that in flat as can be, but crossing over that side pocket's always a little bit of a pain, and it wound up hurting him there. Very nice shot by Adrian, though. Give himself a cutting that 7 ball in. He's going to be left with a bank here. And he fires it in. He's a wild man, I tell you. Yeah, just a nice smooth roll into the pocket. Take his time, practice stroke, and fire it on in. Very nice job. That gives Adrian a 2-0 lead and the break, potentially setting him up for a 3-0 lead. And if you get down 3-0 against any player in a race to 4, that can be extremely hurtful to you. It puts you in a mental spot where it's hard to come back from it. Yeah. Let's see how he manages to bust these ones open. Been breaking pretty good over the last couple matches, so very solid break. Cue ball still on the table. One ball is viewable. It's not an easy makeable shot. Potentially a 1-2 combo or bank carom. I hear from Jeremy. I'm gonna try and put that. Alright, looks like Jeremy Johnson's going to get ball in hand. He played a very decent safety there. Now, let's roll up here, give himself a little bit of an angle on that 2. Got a little too straight in on it. He really needs a good angle on that. And it's the best way to naturally move around the table. And now he has to play a little bit of an ocean shot here, just traveling all the way across the table. But he gets a lucky little pop in on the 9 ball there. Making it 2-1 Jeremy. Yeah, 2-1 Adrian. And Jeremy up to break. Alright, looks like these guys are kind of just moving the furniture around, not really landing anywhere where they can get a decent run, but these balls are now spread open quite a bit. Let's see what Adrian does here. Very nice shot. And this is going to leave him a decent shot on the 2 in the bottom right corner. Draw off of that. Now he's just going to try and float this 3 ball right there into the side pocket. Float across the table for the 4. Now here, just center top, roll down for the 5 in the corner, unless he goes to get on the other side of the 5 for the 5-9 combination in this rack a little early. That's what he does. Take your time with these combos, even if they are pretty straight in. You want to
be very sure of yourself when you're going to shoot. And there he is. Very confident shot. Very strong shooting by Adrian, putting himself up 3-1. And that's going to bring Adrian up to break. So, everybody watching today, which at the moment is only 2 of you, we are probably going to do some kind of trying to work out some ideas for some tournaments to come. Everyone knows that my favorite game is 10 ball, so of course that'll be one of the formats we're going to use. I believe it's the strongest of the bar box games. It really shows off the better shooters there. It's a very nice attempt by Jeremy Johnson. I think he's getting those I'm losing right now jitters and not taking his time. Here, if he cuts this with a little bit of left, he can tuck that cue ball down there behind the 3. Oh, didn't quite get there. And I think Jeremy can see this one. Maybe not completely, but enough to move the ball around. Oh, and that's unfortunate that it stood up there on him. Don't really need to do much here. Maybe go a little rail first. Come out for the 3 in the same spot, and he wanted it a lot shorter than that, and moved quite fast on him. Looks like he's going to cut this in the top right. Float on down the table for that 3 in the bottom right corner. He puts this in with a little bit of top left, I believe. You can shoot it in pretty clean and come off the bottom rail, side rail, float up beyond it for the right there. 5 in the same corner, which is where he goes with that. Yes. And Adrian's putting in some work right now. Be honest with you, I feeling Jeremy was going to be the favorite in this. He's been playing pretty strong, but oh, and just as I ran my mouth a little bit, he winds up coughing down that 8 ball there. And Jeremy a shot here. Potentially bringing that to a 3-2 score. Jeremy up to break. He might potentially can make this a 3-3 match, going hill in a race to 4.
Alright, Jeremy makes a ball on the break. Transitions to his new cue. And, doesn't make that one ball. Two's in a tricky spot. Let's see how Adrian decides to play this. Alright, well, I think he wanted to go a little further and a little bit wider on that. But he might be going for the bank here. Well, it clipped off the 5 there. Did not land bad. Gives Jeremy something tough to shoot at. Not a bad shot there by Adrian. I think the 2 is just visible. Uh, 4 to the 5 is a little tricky. He's looking like he's electing to go for the bank here. Oh, nope. He caroms into the 7 and leaves himself the 5-8 combination. And just barely misses it. Even Adrian's something a little difficult to look at. Leaves a difficult shot here for Jeremy. There we can either cut it down in the bottom right or back cut it to the opposite corner. He goes for the back cut and he misses it by 2 balls or so. These guys keep landing each other in a little bit of a difficult spot here. Oh no. How he managed to do that, no clue. But that's gonna give Adrian ball in hand on the hill. Only 4 balls left on the table. That's a difficult spot to be in. See how Adrian plans out this rack right here. And he takes the combination on the 5-9. Sitting in the pocket, I don't think I would have done much different. Congratulations to Adrian. He's gonna be sitting there in the hot seat today. Do want to say that I'm probably going to sign off for the rest of the tournament. I do appreciate everybody that tuned in and hope to see some of you guys next time.